Hey guys, welcome back. So today we're going to be doing a bronzy summer look. I recently did a summer favorites makeup video and it is all makeup that I mainly wear in the summertime. And I wanted to use some of those products today to create a bronzy, glowy, simple, approachable look. So this is something you could do daytime. You could amp it up for nighttime if you wanted. I just realized that I didn't even put mascara on my lower lashes, but you know what? It's summer, so if you did have the potential of sweating or flaking or anything like that, like I haven't even been honestly messing with mascara on my lower lash line, so that's okay. So we're going to be kind of focusing on some things from that video. One of the main things on our eyes being the NARS Isolde Duo. Looks like this. One of my very favorites, and it is still available. This has been in their permanent line since I first bought that years ago. And just a lot of really good products we're going to be using today. This is a very simple, not complex eye look, something approachable that, like I said, you could wear this during the day. We could amp it up at night if you wanted. And we're just going to sit back and chat. So let's jump right on in. As I always do, I'm going to start off by priming my eyes with the Milani eyeshadow primer. I'm going to set my eyes today as well with some translucent powder. This is the Chanel Natural Finish Loose Powder. I reorganized all of my MAC and Makeup Geek eyeshadows according to color scheme, and I put most of my matte crease shades in this palette. And it's just so inviting now. I look at this and I'm like, yes, I love it. So we're going to kind of grab a warm matte crease shade. So this is the combo we're starting with. We have a MAC 217 and the Creme Brule by Makeup Geek. The other day I did an Instagram live and I threw this color into my crease. And I was just kind of doing it all over a really bronzed eye. And I had forgotten how beautiful this color is. Makeup Geek is sold at Target now. I actually haven't been to Target, well, in about a week or so. And so I haven't even looked to see if my Target is carrying. Or maybe they're not in stores, it's only online. I'm not sure. I hope my Target eventually carries Makeup Geek. That would be great. Not that I can't order from their website, but you know how much easier it is when you're at the store to just kind of browse and touch and just see things in person versus ordering online. I know it's kind of an unheard of thing now that ever since the internet has been created to go shopping for something, but there are certain things I still much prefer to purchase in the store. In my summer makeup favorites video, I had talked about some things that I absolutely love to wear in the summer and kind of colors and shades and products I gravitate towards only in the summer versus other times of the year. And this duo is one of them. This is by NARS and it's called Isolde. So I wanted to focus the eye completely around this duo today. Now we did just use that crease shade, but there is no matte shades in this duo. They are both shimmery, and so because of that, I did want to at least have one matte shade in my crease. I'm going to take the Zoeva Luxe Definer number 227. It's just a little bit skinnier here compared to the 217. I have a really hard time getting deeply into my crease if the brush is too fluffy. And I'm going to go into this deeper copper shade. Now both of these shades are incredibly buttery. I had forgotten how great these were. I used this duo on an Instagram live and that was kind of my, look at that. That was my reintroduction into how much I love this duo and how perfect it is for summer. These are very intensely pigmented. Now I don't feel that way about every single NARS duo, but this one is definitely not lacking. Like I actually think I went a little heavy with the color, so we're just going to blend this out with the other 217 brush here. No product on this, just blending. I think the price point on these NARS duos is kind of high. Now you do get a good amount of product. They're 0.07 ounces each, and I think a Makeup Geek shadow is 0.05 something or 0.6 ounces. So you're getting a little bit more in this pan, however, it's about double, a little over double the cost. I'm going to go in with the Sigma E32 Exact Blend brush and pick up this gold shade. And this is going to go all over my lid. I'm going to grab this little Wayne Goss brush, really small little detail brush. I'm not sure what the number of it is currently. I know this was part of his original launch, and so it might have been redone. But I want to say this is a number 5. I'm just going to deepen up the outer V here a little bit. I need a little brow bone brightness, so I'm going to take Beaches and Cream here by Makeup Geek. It's a more peachy toned cream-esque color. Then I'm going to dip into Makeup Geek Rapunzel, which is this color right here. It's a little bit more of a yellow toned inner corner, but since we have such a warm lid, this will pair nicely. I'm going to take MAC's Teddy Eye Kohl. This is a nice, rich, chocolatey brown shade. And I'm going to do my upper waterline with this. And then my lower waterline as well. When I wear bronzy eyeshadows, I much prefer to wear a more bronzy toned eyeliner. I find that I just almost like poked myself in the eye. I find that it really helps bring out the blue in my eyes, and it complements nicely to the more gold toned shadows. I'm going to take that same color and just kind of smush it along my upper lash line here as well. My least favorite part of putting makeup on, hands down, is eyeliner. I'm least confident in it, and I think it's because I mess it up every single time. Every single time. Even if I have a steady hand, I haven't had 14 cups of coffee, like, there's just no getting a straight line for me. So which is why I like to also kind of cheat and draw a squiggly line and then smush slash smudge, smoke it out with a Q-tip. I have to remind myself it's just eyeliner. It's not worth getting all worked up about. But you know, at the same time, when you've spent all this time doing your eyeshadow and you know eyeliner is next, you don't want to mess it all up. I'm going to curl these bad boys here a little bit. This is the Tarte Lash Curler. Ooh, I took a few off. See, that's why I don't like to use these things, because I don't have any to spare. Like, I don't want to give up any of the precious lashes I do have. I'm going to put some mascara on. This is the Chanel La Volume Mascara. So whenever I want to add just a little bit of volume and a little bit of length, just for some fullness along the lash line, I reach for these lashes by Ardell. I believe these are the Wispies or the Demi Wispies. They're just a really simple lash that is easy to wear, is not uncomfortable. And for me, those two things are number one. It has to be comfortable, and I have to be able to put this bad boy on. I'm seriously trying not to lose my cool. I hope you cannot hear those dogs barking. But, you know, it's like I think when I let my dog out and she even remotely starts to bark, I hurry up and let her in because I figure nobody else wants to listen to her bark. But apparently that's not a good assumption because they are just going to town. I am going to prime my face here with the Smashbox Serene Greens Primer Water. Okay, I mostly primed my face. I primed a little bit of my hair, but this stuff smells really, really good. I would like to smell the orange one. I did smell the coconut vanilla one, which was okay, but it wasn't as coconutty. It was kind of like a subdued version. I didn't love it as much as I thought I would, but this Serene Greens, it's like cucumber and grass. It smells really great. I'm really enjoying it as a face primer, but you can also use this as a makeup refresher, which is really lovely to do like after you've had your makeup on and you just need a little pick-me-up. Maybe you're looking a little dry, maybe you just freshly powdered. That would be another great way to use that product. Alright, so I'm going to mix my foundations today. I did this yesterday and I really like the combo. Now I did get a little bit oily with it, so because of that I'm going to do a little extra powdering where I need it. But I'm going to be mixing the Maybelline Matte and Poreless with the Dewy and Smooth. And as you can see, both of these shades I have in this, or both of these foundations I have in the same shade, number 120. But you can see one is just a slight bit darker. I'm not sure why drugstore foundations can't be consistent with their shades, even within the same company. And this is essentially kind of the same Fit Me line that they have as well. So I don't know why that is. Maybe it's just part of the, I don't know. So I'm going to do, what is this one? This is the Dewy. So I'm going to put this one a little bit out here. Actually, normally I would mix these together on my hand, but why not mix it up? Let's just do a little bit of this on the outside of my face. And then in my T-zone, I'm going to take a little bit of the Matte and Poreless and put that in the center. This is actually the lighter of the two, so this works out quite well here. Oh, you guys, so I got that Ulta 20% off coupon in the mail, which by the time you see this, I'm sure the sale's over, but I noticed I was browsing Ulta's website. They carry Beauty Blender now, and that's kind of exciting because, you know, Ulta sends out those coupons way more than Sephora does their 20% off sale. So I like to do as much shopping as possible with, you know, the brands that I enjoy and stuff at Ulta. I'm going to use the Wet n Wild concealer today. I have the shade, what shade is this? Light light ivory. So I guess you're probably wondering where I'm filming at. You know, last fall when I kind of went in here for, I don't know, a couple months and filmed. When I film videos, I have to set my stuff up and take it down every time, and I'm tired of that. But this room is not, it's small, and I have a complete second bedroom set in here for when guests come. And so I'm literally crammed into this little space right here. But I can leave my filming equipment up if I film in here, and I can just shut the door, which I really like. So I know the background's kind of dark, but do we care? Because I know when I watch a video, I could care less what someone's background looks like. Like, I'm tuning into the video to watch them and what they're going to talk about and stuff. And as long as I can see that person and the products and colors and everything, which the colors and everything are showing up really nicely here. And I only have the one window. But you know, I watch a lot of people that don't even have a window in their room. Like, they just have all their artificial lighting. The problem with filming in my bedroom, which is where I've been filming, is that I can't leave my stuff up because it blocks the entryway into our bathroom, and it's just not realistic to leave it up for me. And if I leave it up in here, it doesn't matter, you know. I'm going to set my under eyes with the Chanel Loose Powder. And this, I'm going to use this Real Techniques setting brush today, which I really enjoy this brush. This is the newer one, which I was talking to you about, how it's a little bit of a different shape compared to the old one, which I'm okay with. It's just fluffier. You know what I love about this matte and poreless foundation is it really absolutely hides my pores, and I didn't even use a pore filling primer. So here's the difference. This is the new one here, and then this is the old setting brush. So you can see they're like, the new one's fluffier. This is like the side profile. There's the front. This one it's more rounded. This one's more like almost pointed. So it's kind of nice to have them both. So if you have the old one and you want just a slightly different version, get the new one because it's really lovely. I'm going to take this Sephora Pro airbrush brush. Looks like this, number 55. And I'm just going to fluff some powder all over my face here. Because the dewy and smooth foundation, I will get very, very dewy with that one. I'm so loyal to this Anastasia Brow Wiz, and I really enjoy the brow definer. And I used to do the pomade, but my problem with the pomade is that it was a lot harder to get a natural looking brow with that. And I'm sure there's a good time and a place for it. Maybe I should buy it and try it again now that I really know how to fill in my brows. It took me a very long time, and if we go backwards in time, I wouldn't even recommend doing that. But like, I'll go and look at older videos and be like, wow, I really learned how to apply makeup like online. Like, I actively learning in front of you, making mistakes, putting out videos with makeup that is kind of like not that great. But that's okay because we're here to learn. And I really learned how to do eyebrows because I never even knew that people filled in their brows. Like, I never heard of such a thing. And I used to have really full brows, and I don't know what's happened to them. I don't know if it's just age and they're just not as full and dark as they once were. Now, I did have like a whole lot going on in here that I would have to tweeze because my hair was like out of control. I remember I would watch so many brow tutorials, which it's good to watch them to see how to get the shape, like how placement wise, like, you know, the arch should be here, you know, to start here, and then we should extend the tail out like this, like those things. But your brows are different than mine and everybody else watching, and so really it's just practice on your own eyebrow shape. What works for one person may not necessarily work for the next. And I don't skip brow gel. Now that it's hot out, I just don't skip this step. This is the clear brow gel. I was thinking about maybe trying a colored situation, but at the same time I really just like to stick with my color in the pencil and then setting them with the clear, and I don't have to worry about colors mixing and it not looking right. Alright, I'm going to bronze up with this Bare Minerals bronzer, which I really like for bronzer. And now I realized this was a limited thing years ago, but they still make their pressed ready bronzers, which I think are really good products. Now this particular one is a 3 different tones. So this one's kind of matte, sort of, and then these are more shimmery. So I kind of stick over into the more matte, and then I'll add the shimmer color where I want a little glow. But for the most part, I like to do a matte bronzer, and then I'll add in the glow where I want it. But I find that the tone of this bronzer really works well with my skin tone right now. So I got desperate and I hacked my own bangs. Like, I need a haircut and I just couldn't deal with it anymore. So I cut my own bangs, and I know when I go in, my hairstylist is going to be like, so what happened here? Well, I couldn't take the bangs in my face anymore, and I don't like to not wear bangs because I don't like how I look. I feel like I'm a person that needs bangs. I don't have a huge forehead, but it's definitely borderline 5 head, so I really think my best look is bangs. And I also think it makes me look a little bit younger, which I'm okay with. You know, like, I don't want to look childish, but I think it's complimentary. I did the growing out thing once when I was younger, and I didn't feel confident. I didn't really like how it looked, so I've just kind of stuck with bangs ever since. I don't know, I think in the summer when you get a little bit sun-kissed, your nose gets a little bronzy, so I'm going to do a little bronzer on my nose because, well, why not? Do you see how pretty that is? I think I'm going to dig a little bit into the bronzier shades, actually. Even though we are going to highlight, I'm going to dip into the... Because you can use a more shimmer-filled, glowy bronzer. Like on the backs of your cheeks if you want to. I'm just going to kind of play a little bit here. For blush today, I'm going to be using the Charlotte Tilbury The Climax. And I do want to use this brush today for my blush. This is a Zoeva Luxe Face Finish brush. And I'm going to go into the peach shade first. And, ooh, that's way too much. You know, I'm very heavy-handed with this whole blush situation. I know it's supposed to be like a wash of color, but I, like, draw it on. And I'm just going to pop that on the apples of my cheeks. I'm going to dip into the deeper, more bronzy tone of that. And just kind of, oh boy, that's really pigmented. Shimmy that back here a little bit. Sometimes I'll carry my blush up like this. Kind of like in the C motion of where you would put bronzer. Especially one that's kind of similar in tone, just to kind of really give an all-over bronzy look. So this highlighter is one that I solely wear in the summertime. It is Bobbi Brown Shimmer Brick in the shade Bronze. So we have some nice bronzy tones in this. You could wear this just as a blush if you'd like to. You can also focus down here in the lighter colors as a highlighter. I kind of like to go all over it and just kind of really marry it to my blush. So it's more like a glowy, like a really glowy cheek, more in that blush topper situation than a highlighter. Even though this golden glow is just, ugh, so pretty. I think her shimmer bricks are a beautiful, beautiful formulation. Really just melt into the skin. You don't see the product sitting on top. They blend really well. Look very naturally glowy and not powdery and artificial. Now I had to look up to make sure that these products were available because I'm digging deep into my collection and really using what I have. And some things aren't, well, a lot of things I've been using aren't like brand new releases, but they're still available. So this is the Clinique Quick Liner for Lips in the shade Baby Buff. It's a, I'll swatch it here for you. It's a nice peachy nude shade. Looks like that. So I just filled my whole lips in with this. And then I'm going to go on top of it with the Bobbi Brown shade. Looks like this. This has a little bit of a shimmer to it, but it's really pretty. This is called Pink Gold Shimmer. I really just like it mimics the gold shimmer on our eyes, but it's got a nice shimmer, a very mature way to do a shimmer. It's not chunky, it's not too much. but I am going to make it just a little bit more. I'm going to put a gold sparkly gloss on top. This one happens to be by Bare Minerals Marvelous Moxie. You can grab any sort of clear, gold shimmered gloss, whatever it is that you have. Now I do enjoy the Marvelous Moxie formula. That slight mint is really lovely. It's like a sweet mint. So here is the finished look. I think it absolutely turned out like a perfect summer bronzy look. Simple, yet approachable, wearable for daytime. I think if you wanted to take this into the night, we could deepen it up a little bit, smoke it out, maybe swap out the lip for something else a little bit more bold. But I think that this bronzy tonal look is just perfect for summer. I really enjoy all of the products that I've used today. I think that the fact that it's glowy, it's bronzy, it's peachy. When you mix coppers with golds in antique bronzes and you just throw it all over your face, you just can't really mess it up because everything complements each other. And that's my favorite part about summer makeup, is that it's just bronzy and golden and sun-kissed and glowy, and it just is very complimentary. It's very flattering on a woman. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and if you did, don't forget to give it a huge thumbs up and leave me a comment below of one of your favorite summer products that you enjoy, and let me know also what you'd like to see next from me for my next kind of summery look that we're gonna do here, because yes, there's going to be more. So thank you guys so much for joining me, and we will chat very soon. Bye guys.